All right, hello everyone, this is Mr. Foster. I'm here in the classroom, but the only people I'm missing are you. Where are you? I'm sure you're at home. You may be eating some Doritos or some Oreos. However, you can still learn at home. What we're going to be doing is, we're making this video to show you the three main properties of addition. Not one, not two, but three main properties of addition. They are, the first one we're going to talk about today is the commutative property of addition. The second one we're going to be talking about today is the identity property of addition. And the third we're going to talk about today is the associative property of addition. So when it comes to the properties of addition, think of CIA, commutative, identity, and associative. So by the end of this lesson, what you should be able to do, you should be able to not only identify the three properties of addition, which are once again commutative, identity, and associative, but also you should know how these properties will help you make addition a whole lot easier for you. The first one we're going to go over is the commutative property of addition. The main thing you need to remember about this property is that the order of addends does not change the sum. Once again, the order of addends does not change the sum. Notice how I underline order, does not change, and sum. So it doesn't matter which order the addends are, you will still get the same sum. We know, in addition, the numbers that you add together are called the addends, and then the answer is called the sum. Let's look at our first example right here. First, we have 9 plus 4 equals 13. If you notice, in this particular equation, the 9 is first, then you have your operation sign, which is the plus sign, and then the 4, which is the second addend. So in this equation, 9 and 4 are the addends, and the sum is 13. But notice in the next equation, the 4 and the 9 have switched places. The 4 is first, then the 9. 4 plus 9 equals 13. It still works. How do I know? If I have 4 and I put it in my head, see, take 4, put it in my head, and then I add on 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I still get the same sum either way. So whether the 9 is first or the 4 is first, I still get 13 as the sum. The second example, if you notice, I'm working with two-digit numbers. The first addend is 25. The second addend is 16. 25 plus 16 equals 41. But look at the second equation. The 16 and the 25 have switched places. Notice how the operation signs have stayed the same. The only thing that's changed is the number order, or the order of the addends. 16 plus 25 is still 41. Notice how I have your sums. I have them highlighted in a circle because number order does not matter. You still get the same sum. And guess what? It even works for three-digit numbers as well. 234 plus 155 will give you a sum of 389. In this particular equation, notice how the addends are 234 and 155. But look at the second equation. Oh look, these numbers are playing tricks on us. First 155, the plus sign stays the same, but now the 234 is mentioned second. Number order does not matter when it comes to addition because you still get a sum of 389. So this is just a brief example of the commutative property of addition. That's the C in CIA. The second property we're going to cover today is the identity property of addition. Once again, that is the identity property of addition. What does that say? It says any addend plus 0 equals the same addend you started out with before. Notice how I've underlined any addend, plus 0, and same addend, just to give you a little mental reminder. All right. Here's some examples. In this particular equation, I have 0 plus 5 equals 5. So if I have 0, and then I add 5 to that, I end up with 5. Notice how I put a little box around this 5, this addend, and the sum. Notice that the addend and the sum are the same. So any addend plus 0 gives you that same addend. Here's one example with one-digit numbers. Look, two-digit numbers. 46 plus 0 is equal to 46. Notice I added 0. That doesn't mean I put a 0 behind the number. That means I added 0 to it. Now notice the difference here. First, the 0 is here first as the first addend. Here, the 0 is the second addend. But it doesn't matter because I end up with the same answer, 46. It even works for three-digit numbers. 239 plus 0 gives me 239. So if I start off with 239, I don't add anything to it, I still end up with 239 as my sum. Another example, 0 plus 9 equals 9. So if I have 0, and then I add 9 to that, that means move 9 spaces on a number line, I end up with 9. And then the last example is 1,238. I know that is a large number. Plus 0 still equals 1,238. Notice how I've circled this one, and this addend and this sum. They're the same numbers. Notice how in each one of the sums, I don't get 0. You get the same addend that you start off with each and every time. So far we've done the C and the I and CIA as far as properties of addition are concerned. You have the commutative property of addition, and then you have the identity property of addition. Now we're going to go on to the associative property of addition. What does the associative property of addition say? It says the grouping of addends does not change the sum. Hopefully you started to notice that the sums have not changed in each one of the properties. Here are some examples. First I have, if you notice, I put some parentheses, 9 plus 6 plus 4. If you notice, the parentheses are around the first two addends. So that's the grouping that we were talking about previously. And then I rewrote it. 9 plus 6 is 15. I brought my plus 4 over. 15 plus 4 is equal to 19. Then I rewrote the number sentence, but instead of putting the parentheses around the 9 and the 6, this time I'll put it around the 6 and the 4. So I brought my 9 plus over, and 6 plus 4. We know 6 plus 4 is 10. Have 6, put that on my head, count on 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 9 plus 10, and that gives me 19. Notice how the sums are still the same. They have not changed. Another example we have, 15 plus 19 plus 11. Notice how the parentheses are around the 15 and the 19. What I did was first I added 15 and 19 because you add what's in the parentheses first. 15 plus 19 gave me 34. And then I brought over the plus 11. 34 plus 11 is equal to 45. But look at the difference here. My parentheses have moved. I had the 15 plus, that stays the same, but look, now the parentheses are around the 19 and the 11. 19 plus 11 gives me 30. 15 plus 30 is equal to 45. Notice how the sums have not changed. They have remained the same. So therefore, we've just finished talking about the properties of addition. Remember, when it comes to properties of addition, it's CIA. The commutative property of addition, the identity property of addition, and also the associative property of addition. All right, well, that's all I have for you. I look forward to seeing you in class next time.